Hi, this is Randy. I wanted to talk about the misuse of the term narcissist, NPD, narcissism. It's really not happening at all on my channel, which I'm grateful for. But when I go to a lot of other channels, mainly the channels that are really popular, channels that have, quite a few thousand subscribers. And I guess that might explain, with so many subscribers, so many people watching and listening, and maybe just learning about narcissism, and maybe they had, like one bad experience that seems to look like another person's experience, but it's not really over a very long period of time, or you also don't really get a lot of information. So you really have to take the commenter's word for it that they really have researched this and that they know what they're talking about from the beginning when they're calling people narcs and talking about, their narc did this or did that, or is this person a narc? And I just want to point out that again, and I've said this before, you cannot identify a covert narcissist through one interaction or through a couple interactions. If you're in their outer circle looking in, you're not going to be able to identify it. You might not be able to identify it for years. So when people pull out, an experience that they've had with a person that they haven't known very long, or even are describing someone else's experience or someone in their family's experience, and they want to know, does it sound like my sister-in-law is a narcissist? Does it sound like my, brother's friend is a narcissist? Once the relationship gets beyond the inner circle, you're probably you could be dealing with a covert narcissist, obviously, but you could also be dealing with so many other things. I mean, people want to say, oh, the internet and dating sites are swarming with narcissists. Well, I don't know how anybody really can say that that's what they all are. I mean, like, are all single men on a dating site? Because there's a bunch of them. You want to say they're all narcissists, right? Oh, and all the women are too. So, are they horny? Do they have low morals? Yeah. Are they aggressive? Are they trolls? Are they liars? Yes to all of that. But one liar, one asshole, one horny person, one dickhead, one rude person, one person who's rude to the waitress, one person who does the silent treatment when they're mad, does not a narcissist make. So, I mean, really, everybody that listens to my stuff, I do have to give a lot of credit, because at least when the ones that comment, really 95% of the people who comment here, I really do think you know what you're talking about when you say narcissist. I believe that you have experienced it and you know what it is firsthand, inner circle type stuff. But on the bigger channels, it's drawing in a larger group, and it's irritating to me when I go and look at comments sometimes on the bigger channels, and I see that people are being misled. They're generalizing too much, and they're saying, you know, one or two red flags, and then they're going to generalize and that's a narcissist or a malignant narcissist or a psychopath. And it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. Because if you're gonna, the red flags are great, and the red flags are there so that you know, end the contact right away. You never end up even finding out if they're covert narc, because you ended contact. You didn't let them in your inner circle to begin with. That's the whole point. But just because people show red flags and they're toxic, they're an asshole, they're horny, they're, you know, undesirable in some way, does not mean they are a narcissist. And I think that we should really notice not to throw this word around frivolously to describe everybody that, you know, acts like an idiot or doesn't seem to have any empathy for anybody or for you. A lot of people don't have empathy for strangers or people on the internet. That probably, it's not enough evidence to say they're a narcissist. We can't say they're not, but we can't say they are. So I just want to, like, reiterate and remind people, and again, like I said, it doesn't even happen too much on my channel, but on the bigger channels, I can see that this is going off a little bit on a tangent, where as it gets more well-known or promoted, that you'll get more and more random people trying to pinpoint and label a person they know that maybe did them wrong. And everybody who does somebody wrong is called a narcissist, and it's just not the case. And it really dilutes what NPD really is. And I think we need to maintain the integrity of what NPD is, and not just generalize it to any old idiot or asshole that comes along, because there are a ton of them. We have to have a thicker skin, and we have to know that, you know, a lot of people are not out there, they're not nice, they're not empathic, you know, but at some point they do have a conscience, or, you know, they're not all criminals. There are a lot of criminals. I just think we don't need to lose sight and, you know, make everyone who hurts our feelings all of a sudden is NPD. So yeah, I'm seeing it a lot on some of the other channels, and I feel like to call people narcissists and when they're not, you know, that person, that could be actually gaslighting. That could actually be an innocent person that is maybe sticking up for themselves, maybe trying tactics to deal with their own stress and abuse, and they come off as maybe having a red flag or two. And I think it's unfair to categorize everybody as having NPD unless you really know them, and I think we need to be careful not to do that. All right, well, thanks for listening tonight. Have a good night.